Otame, 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 oh Agbotamame, Otame, yeah, Otame, Otame, Agbotamame, Otame, yeah, Otame, Agbotamame, Otame, 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 Agbotamame. Emi pomenahi, emi pomenahi, emi pomenahi, emi pomenahi, emi pomenahi, emi pomenahi, yo. Emi pomenahi, yorine, 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 yorine. Uwi diteye, yo, yorine. Uwi jeteye, yo, iladiane buje. Ototo iteye, yo, oduhu ije. Igbediateye, yo, imimi efane. Ogwomadiateye, yo, irigbene. Iye ko waiteye, yo, otawa gboyije. On 19, ore Passover. On Nyenoma, ore Passover. On Arwede, ore Passover. Whoa, whoa, whoa. On Arwede, ore Passover. On Arwede, ore Passover. Ingwina yemere, oh, yo. Ingwina yemere. Ingwinaya mere, oh, you. Ingwinaya mere, you. Ingwinaya mere, oh. Wamami ingwinaya mere, oh. Itoga jemere. Ijoboga jemere. Etoga jemere. Onyunoga jemere, oh. Okpame no be run now. Okpame di not tell Gefe. Ingwina jemere. Ingwina jemere. Yeah, yeah. Ingwina. Yeah, yeah. Ingwina jemere. Passover rene. Na yafye yagbera o. Passover rene. Na yafye yagbera o. Ona emi okpome o. Ona emi okpome o. Passover rene. Na yafye yagbera o. Passover rene. Na yafye yagbera o. Passover tie, if you walk berow. Passover tie, if you me berow. Passover tie, if you bet your berow. Passover tie, if you hear berow. Passover tie, if you work berow. Passover tie, if you work berow. Passover tie, if you tesu berow. Passover in ye. Na yafye yagbero. Na yafye yagbero. Yeah, yeah. Na yafye yagbero. Na yafye yagbero. Ona iwa. Na venje so menya o. Ige mi upo mere. Ona iwa. Nia so menya, ige mi ukpo mere, inwa ukpo mere, emi ukpo mere, emi ukpo mere, emi ukpo mere, igbo ukpo mere, emi ukpo Testimony no agmare. Emi okpomere. Testimony agmare bakwana o. Testimony no kekwosate bakwana o. Testimony agmare bakwana o. Testimony no masunute bakwana o. Exodus 34 verses 10. Exodus 34 verses 10. Exodus 34 verses 10. Ula balama jalanyu nwanao. Ula balama jalanyu nwanao. Ula balama jalanyu nwanao. Igbule, igbule. Nino ayala kori miefa. Igbule, igbule. Niloti alanye so de gomorare. Igbule, igbule. Niv Israelati yakba Egypti re. Igbule, igbule. Ni Joseph yala ketarefe. Ula balame yala nyunwana o. Yeah. Ula balame yala nyunwana o. Baba. Ula balame yala nyunwana o. Ula balame yala nyunwana o. Lema chante l'amour table. Lema chante l'amour table. Yeah. Oh. Lema chante l'amour table. Your first fruit bring you the wave of free, Yahuwah. Your first fruit bring you the wave of free. Your first fruit bring you the wave of free, Yahuwah. Lema chante l'amour table. Lema chante l'amour table. Lema chante Yahuwah. L'amour table, yeah. Oh, Yahuwah. Your first fruit bring you all the wave of free. All right now, family. So here we are again in the heavenly courtroom of Abba Yahuwah with this powerful message already titled for you. And me, right at part 1. Biblical New Year and Shabbat is a double signs of past and future resurrections. Part 2. So family, in case I share this in the newsfeed and you haven't yet listened to one, I kindly encourage you to go and just do that. We treat the first resurrection, which is the past resurrection. Now in this very part 2, we're going to disclose the last resurrection, okay, of this very for this very last generation, excuse me to say. Now 2019, listen to part 1. We unveil so much. If you are the people of the book, it's very vital for you. That is why you need to listen to part 2. If you are born Gentile and you are not converted, you are not grafted in, therefore don't bother yourself. Go your way. Yahuwah is cleaning house in this 2019. Okay, he is separating the sheep from the goat in this 2019. He's cleaning houses. Are you the house of Abba Yahuwah? I am the house of Abba Yahuwah. Because it said you are the temple, which simply means the house. Abba Yahuwah don't dwells in a house built by men, by blocks and, all this material, earthly material. He dwells in you. He dwells in me. Okay, we are the house of Abba Yahuwah. So he's cleaning that house in this 2019. And again, he's separating the sheep from the goats. All right. So this is the nature of this segment. If you are the sheep, glory unto you. Glory unto Abba Yahuwah for your life. That is what I mean to say. Mother gets no glory. Glory unto Abba Yahuwah for your life, because the temple needs to be cleansed. And 2019 simply means cleansing. All right now. So we dig into the present day resurrection. Since we have once looked into how the past resurrection was, so now let us check the latter day resurrection. Keeping the Shabbat is not only rest, have a good time with Abba Yahuwah, but the sign, like I said in part 1, the sign in it help us to know where Yahushua, the biblical Messiah, is going to set up his kingdom here on earth. Okay, we also know that Shabbat is the seal of YAHUAH'S work. He worked day 1 to day 6. When it gets to the day 6, he sealed it. He used Shabbat to seal every other 6 days. Now, who gave us the Shabbat? It is not YAHUAH that works, excuse me. It is the biblical Messiah. Everyone knows that he is the creator of it all because it's the word of YAHUAH. When you go to John 1, okay, 1 to 5, he said he created it all. When you also goes to Colossians 1, 13 to 15, he said he created it all. So he was the one who worked right in Genesis 1, not his father. And he again was also the one who rested. That makes him now the Adonai of the Shabbat. He rested on the Shabbat and gave it to you and me to also join him and rest. Enter into that rest because he finished working on the Shabbat 7th. All right, I want to dig into the last resurrection in the biblical New Year and the Shabbat in collaboration, bringing the glory of heaven into reality. Here we go. Mark chapter 9, verses 1 to 9 as well. I'm reading some certain portion. And he said unto them, Verily I say unto you that there are some of them that stand here, which shall not taste of death, till they have seen the kingdom of YAHUAH come in power. Come with power. He said there are some like me now. I'm going to rapture. I won't taste death 100%. This is not bragging. Outside YAHUAH's power. No, I bragged in the power of resurrection. Apostle Shaul said, I have you, the biblical Messiah, in the power of his suffering. So I'm also going to know him in the power of his resurrection. This is what we are dealing with over here. The power of the biblical, the King of Kings, and the Adonai of Adonais, okay? Power of resurrection. Of course, I knew him already in the power of his suffering, okay? 100%. I'm not going to test death. I am the generation he was speaking of. Those the one he was saying about it. He said that there are some, a few here, that's not going to, taste death. There's one that is not going to taste death. Is going to be the one that's going to see all the signs. First Messiah, first miracle, earthquake, whatever, everywhere. Lying against one another, kingdom against kingdom, nations against nations. Doing first miracle to deceive many, even the elite. Any generation that, that witness this will not taste death. Not all. I mean, the people of the book. And I'm witnessing it. Listen, now, here's the glory, verse 2. And after 6 days, did you get that? So after 6 days, where did you go? The 7th. And after 6 days, Yahushua taketh with him Kepha, the one you call Peter. Okay, let me take it again. After 6 days. So when it's after 6 days, it is Shabbat, my brother. It is Shabbat, my sister. That is the glory of the biblical New Year and Shabbat, signs of resurrection. Double layers. Prophetic layers of resurrection. He died on the biblical New Year. He resurrected still on the biblical New Year. Listen to part 1. Okay, for you to understand. We have done almost with that of New Year. Now we are digging into the Shabbat here. I take it again, verses 2. And after 6 days, Yahushua taketh with him Peter, James, John, and leadeth them up into an high mountain, apart from themselves, and he was, let me finish reading. And he was transfigured before them. He was teaching them that the glorified body it is found on the 7th. He taught them that. He transfigured. He had the glorified, but they saw it with their own 2 naked eyes. Yeah, it was not yet glorified, but he let them know when I'm raising the body I'm going to be having, likewise you. Now, when did they get that body? He said he raised them up to the mountain. You see, to the mountain. All right, the mountain. It is the presence of YAHUAH. The mountain, in the mountain of Masana, mountain of Sana, YAHUAH descended, the mountain of transfiguration. They saw his glory, the mountain of transfiguration. The elders ate with YAHUAH, the mountain of transfiguration. You must go up, come up either, cut into heaven. 3 now. And his garment became shining, exceeding white as snow, Excuse me, let me take it again. And his garment became shining, exceeding white as snow, so as no fuller on earth can white down. That is the glorified body we're going to be having. 4. And there appeared unto them, and there appeared unto them Elijah, let me take it, so his name is Eliyahu, and Moses. And they were talking with Yahushua. You see? So these are the two witnesses. Can we quickly establish this in Revelation? These are the two witnesses. Or let me finish reading. And Kepha, or Peter, answered and said to Yahushua, Master, is it good for us to be here? And let us make 3 tabernacles. That is the last feast in the 7th month, where every feast will be fulfilled. Tabernacles. We have 3 leftover feasts right in the 7th month that makes it perfection number 7. One for thee, and one for Moshe, and one for Leo. That is still the Godhead. Okay? For he was know what to say, for they were so afraid, because they saw Yahushua in the power of his glorified body. So he was confused. He don't even know what he was saying. Okay? No, what he was saying, to my understanding, because this Kepha or this Peter always long to see the kingdom of Yahuwah. That was why he said in Acts of Apostles chapter 1, verses, chapter 1, either 6 or 7. He asked Messiah, are you going to restore the kingdom back to Israel? Then Yahushua now said, it is not for you to know the time where Yahuwah sets in his authority, but you shall receive power. Okay? So it was after that kingdom, like I do. Okay? So he thought the kingdom has already come. So right now, let us start the party. Let us start celebrating. The Feast of Tabernacle is the last feast of it all. It is a feast of marriage. It is a feast of nation. It is a feast of the sons of the bride and his bridegroom. So let's start jubilating. He don't even know, because what he say is not yet time. Okay? But he longs for it. Okay, now 7. And there was a cloud that overshadowed them, and a voice came out of the cloud saying, this is my beloved son, hear ye him. And suddenly when they had looked around about, they saw no man. Okay, but Yahushua, asked them they shouldn't disclose it until he raised from the dead. They said, this vision, don't tell it until I'm being glorified, because that is his glorified body. Taught you already. This is exactly how you're going to look like. Okay, at the very last of it, or the 7th, which is the Shabbat. Now, Revelation 11, I read. And there was pertaining to Moshe and Eliyahu. And there was giving me a reed like unto a rod. And the angel still saying, rise and mention the temple of Yahuwah and the altar and them that worship therein. But the cart which is without the temple leave out, and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city they shall tread under foot 42 months. That is the great tribulation, 3.5 years. And the Gentiles always know how to defy the temple of Yahuwah. That is why they are being exempted. You are not coming into the temple. In the temple of Ezekiel, which is the temple of the millennial reign of King Yahushua, they are not allowed to come in. When you also go to Acts of Apostles, the trials of Apostle Shehu, we also see that they accuses him of bringing Gentiles into the temple. That was also the reason why they handled him to the authorities. Okay? Because Gentile is not allowed to come into the temple. They always know, they are punks. They always know how to defy the temple. You see the Gentile we brought in, okay, into the temple. All right? You see what they are doing to the royal law? Buy for private jet. They are punks. They always defy the temple. Buy for private jet. Lines, deceiving themselves over there. Polluted the temple of Abba Yahuwah. 3 now. And I will give, and I will listen up, and I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days. That is 3.5 years. Cloth with sackcloth. Okay. And there are the 2 olive trees and the 2 candlesticks standing before Yahuwah of the earth. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth, and devoureth their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, must in this manner be killed. And these have power to shut heaven. That is Eliyahu. Prayed. The rest ceased for 3.5 years as well. And that it rained not in the days of their prophecies. And and have power over waters to turn them into blood. That is Moshe. And to smite the earth with all plagues. That is Moshe again. And often as they will, we come and see Mahadim. And when they have finished their testimony, the beast that ascendeth out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them and shall overcome them and kill them. And their dead body is gonna be their dead body shall be lying, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Saddam and Egypt. We are coming out of Egypt, okay? Where also our father, our Adonai was crucified, okay? Spiritually, that is what he's speaking of. We know Sodom was the days of Lot. And Egypt was the day our forefather freedom. Okay? Now, you see it now. These two, obviously, it is Moses and Elijah. Okay? Now, because those two, they were never the seventh, not Anuka. Anuka, no way, it can't die because it is the perfection. Now, we know, like Eliyahu also tastes of the power of rapture, but he's coming back to die. Okay? And Moshe died somehow, but where is his grave? Let's dig into that. Deborah or Deuteronomy 34, 5-6. I read 5. So Moshe, the servant of Yahuwah, died there in the land of Moab, according to the word of Yahuwah. And Abba Yahuwah did the burial, okay? And he buried him in a valley in the land of Moab, over against Beth Peor. But no man knoweth of his sepulchre until these days. Today is 2019. Still, no one knows where the grave is. Why? Because Abba Yahuwah raptured him. Abba Yahuwah took him away. He makes it to appear before the eyes of the people that this guy died. This guy in a nutshell never died. Abba Yahuwah makes it to look like that. And raptured him straight away to heaven as they saw him died. Now, why did Abba Yahuwah raptured his body? Okay, let's put it in this simple manner. Okay, he died for the sake of argument. Let's make it simple. Not too spiritual. Simple, he died. But where is his dead body? And who did the burial? Abba Yahuwah himself. Okay. And where is the sepulchre? No one knows where he buried him. Okay. But why did he do that? Listen now. I want to prove to you why he did that. This is why he did that. Jude chapter 1 verses 9. Yet Michael, the archangel, when contending with the devil, he disputed about the body of Moshe or Moses. Truth not being against him. Okay. All right now. All right, okay. Against him, where is it? Against him, a accusation, but said, Yahuwah rebuked thee. So what was the devil doing over there? The devil was asking Michael, because in the hand of Michael, everything is being entrusted. The name of Yahuwah is in the hands of Michael, according to the book of Anuka. The name of Yahushua is in the hands of Michael. In fact, in the book of Anuka, chapter 64, we also see this devil now goes to Michael, and that's 64, 69. This devil now also go to Michael, now begin to ask Michael to give him the name of Yahushua. He said he should give him the name. And that is the name that binds every single leftover angel. After this demon has rebelled, against Yahweh, being cast out. Therefore, the name of Yahushua, that was the name Abba Yahuwah used to bind every single angel. The sun is angel and the moon, he bind all of them together, never to rebel against him anymore. It is the name of the covenant. It is being placed in the hands of Michael. Whenever anyone dies, according to the book of Yashem, Michael is the one to carry them to the bosom of Father Abraham, or to ascend them. Or we also find that in the gospel of Nicodemus. Michael is the one to fly you into the heavens. He is also the voice of the archangel. That is why he's the great chief archangel. Daniel chapter 12. He said in this last he's going to stand up. Now, the secret is in the hands of Michael, where Abba Yahuwah, because Michael is the one that flies Moses straight away to heaven. He's right in his office there waiting for this very wonderful day for him and Elijah to descend, the two witnesses that is going to prepare the people of the book for 3.5 years until Sharia law will not come in. All right? They are the one. Now, Michael knew what happened. The devil knew, Michael knew. That was why he said, come and show me where the body is. Come and give me the secret. Then Michael said, Yahuwah rebuke you. So what was devil looking for? He wanted to pervert it. He wanted to use the body of Moses and to be deceiving the whole world that Moses has already risen. Moses is the power of Yahuwah. Moses was a powerful man. Abba Yahuwah said, I talked with him face to face. No one is as humbled, no prophet, not even one, as humbled as Moshe. So Abba Yahuwah reserved this unique glory of the last days for him to carry it out, because he begins. You see, Moshe begins. In his hand, the name of Abba Yahuwah was given. Through Moshe, we get the name of Abba Yahuwah. We have never witnessed the name of Abba Yahuwah here on earth. Everybody call him God, 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 God. But from Moshe, we get the name. Exodus chapter 3. From Moshe, we get the Passover. From Moshe, we get all 9 feasts from him. Or 7 feasts, rather. Okay? 7 feasts. From Moshe, we get the calendar. From Moshe, we get the visions. What transpired in Genesis 1. He got all these visions. Abba Yahuwah narrated all these visions to him. Right at Masana. From him alone, it is a powerful, no one as Moshe. Now, from Eliyahu, fire came down. These are the 2 witnesses. Moshe is coming right back. Serpent, the devil wanted to be using his covering, just what they do to this powerful man of Yahuwah, Prophet Samuel. Samuel chapter 28, 1 Samuel chapter 28. You know, that is how they pervert his body. That a demon now began to use his body to masquerade and said, I am Samuel. I just raised from the dead. You know, saw now bow down and began to worship him. He now bowed down before him. That was the pervert the body. But he have no unique part to play in the last days, so we don't bother about that. But for Moshe, you can't use it to deceive the whole world, because when serpent come in the body of Moshe, the whole world is going to tremble. And say Moshe has already come again to deceive the whole world. Then when the real Moshe now comes, nobody's going to listen to him anymore. Why? Because the counterfeit has already come deceiving people and leading them into destruction. So that was what Abba Yahuwah do that barrier by himself. The devil will not be aware of it, where it is or what happened. He said until this day, until 2090, we don't know where it is. Abba Yahuwah, no. It's in the hands of Michael. Okay, that was why he go. Serpent now go to him, devil now go to him, come and give me, where is the body? Where did the body is? He was in search of it. But he can't find it, because he is a powerful man of Yahuwah. He's coming right back in these last days. So with this being said, let us return back to our teachings of the last days of resurrection. I mean, the resurrection of the last days. Listen now, 1 Peter. Now, because we see when the kingdom, it said after 6 days, Moshe and Eliyahu descended. That is, they are going to descend. We already, according to the biblical calendar or calculation, we are already in the 7,000 years. They are about to descend, okay, to do the preparation for 3.5 years. But I'm not ruling out the 30 years, okay, of delay right in Egypt, because Abba Yahuwah said they will spend 400 years. But we now see now they came out. Our forefather, the first Egypt, our forefather came out 430 years. And he said we are returning back to Egypt again the second time. So this 2019 marked 400 years. So the 30 years, I'm not ruling it out. So if we had to include 30 years, we still have about 20-something years to go before these 2 witnesses would descend. Now I read 1 Peter chapter 1, 16 to 20 or so. I take from 18 now. Chapter 1, 18, yeah. Okay, for as much as ye know that ye were not redeemed with corruptible things, as silver and gold from your vain conversation. Should I be? Okay, I don't think so. I thought as much. It's not where I'm trying to read. 2 Peter 1, 16 to 18. For we have not followed carnally, excuse me. For we have not followed carnally, devised fables. For we have not followed carnally devised, fables. When we made know what is carnally devised fables, teachings of devils flying everywhere, have a wicked wings flying everywhere, Islam, Christianity, all this nonsense. These are the devised fables. They are fables, they are weak. They have no impact at all in humanity. That is carnally. I take it again. For we have not followed at all carnally devised fables. Because say a double-minded man, you will be tossed here and there by every winds of adultery carry you here, carry you there. You are not going to stay focused on the actual day of worship. You are not going to stay focused on the one name given whereby you must be saved. You are not going to stay focused on the biblical feast or the biblical New Year or the time clock. The vast carnally feeble teachings has already driving you, dragging you, dangling you everywhere. You don't know where you are. So, but this is the nature of this segment, to put you where you're supposed to be. All right, now I take it again. For we have not followed carnally diverse fables, when we made known unto you the power and the coming of our Yahushua HaMashiach, of our Adonai Yahushua HaMashiach. But we are eyewitnesses of His majesty. Where did they witness His majesty? Where did the coming come from? The teaching is already there. Isaiah 46 verses 9 to 10. Abayawa said that declares the end from the beginning. It declares the end already right over there at Mountain of Transfiguration. There they witnessed the majesty, how it was gloriously powerful, unspeakable. Listen at 17. For he received from Yahuwah the Father, honor and glory. When there came such a voice to him from the excellent glory, this is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. And this voice which came from heaven, we heard when we were with him in the holy mountain. It's also like mountain of Masana, the holy mountain. Mount Sinai, Exodus chapter 19. There comes again, okay, when the two prophets, Moses and Eliyahu descended to say, okay, they said they discussed with him about his dispatcher. It is time to be glorified. Now they are the one that is also going to descend to let us know, preparing us for 3.5 years. It is time to get ready for rapture. Before Sharia law unleashed and come and see disaster on earth. Here I am, Revelation 21. Remember, say after 6 days, okay, Moshe and Eliyahu descended, and Yahushua was transfigurated. And Apostle Peter now said, we're going to build 3 tabernacles for you, for Eliyahu, because that one is looking for that kingdom so desperate like I am. Okay, here is the kingdom he was speaking of. When is this kingdom going to descend? In the 7th, after 6 days. Listen now, Revelation 1. In Revelation 21, and I saw verses 1, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from heaven, from Yahuwah out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice, out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with me. When is it gonna? This is what Shabbat does. It helps us to navigate into where the Son of Yahweh is gonna set up the heavenly kingdom here on earth. It helps us to. That is a sign. It's the seal of every handwork of Abba Yahweh. It consummated all. We'll put some more. Here I am. Exodus 12:23. For Yahuwah will pass through to smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the litter and on the 2 side posts, Yahweh will pass over thee, and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your houses to smite you. So what was the seal? The blood. And what was the blood be given? The biblical New Year. And when it is resurrected on the Shabbat, this is the collaboration of the divine protection and the sealed and the body, a glorified body. They are all in 3 in 1. Okay? 3 in 1. Now let's see. Revelation 7:1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind would not blow on the earth. Remember, the wind over there is talking about adultery. It's talking about feeble adultery. Okay, just as James said, you are being tossed here and there by every wind of adultery, flying devil's wings. Okay, now what is the seal? The truth. Listen up. Shabbat is the seal of every work of Abba Yahuwah. Listen up. Okay, let me take it again. And after these things, I saw 4 angels. You can see these 4 angels loosed right at Revelation chapter. Now you will see them there. It is the angels of Sharia law. And after this, after these things, I saw 4 angels standing in the 4 corners of the earth, having the 4 corners of the earth. This is the angel of Abiyawa. Listen now, holding the 4 winds. These 4 winds are meant to say it is the Sharia laws winds, flying doctrine of the earth, that they should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. Tree is human being, sea is human being, earth is our property. See, Revelation 1, Revelation 7, 1. The woman harlot sat upon many waters. When you go to 15, the water was people, languages, nations, all right? Tree, we also know, Romans chapter 11, we are the tree. The olive tree, okay, is people. Speaking of to the people of Yahuwah. Listen now too. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, that is the throne of Abba Yahuwah. In the Garden of Eden, Adam was made in the east. And the throne, the throne of Abba Yahuwah is in the east, according to Ezekiel chapter, I think 46 or 47. Yeah, 47. Yes. The throne of Abba Yahuwah is in the east. That is why the glory of the east. That is why the sun is going to shine from the east. That is why we always face the east. That is why the King of Glory entered into the millennial temple from the eastern gate. The glory of the eastern gate. The glory departed, but he returned from the eastern gate. It is the throne of Abba Yahuwah. And I saw another angel descending from the east, that is from the throne of Abba Yahuwah, having the seal of the living Yahuwah. What is the seal? Shabbat is the seal that consummates every single job. Let me tell you, number 6 is the authority of men. This 6 of human existence. Abba Yahuwah give way for humans to rule. Okay, for 40 days deity to rule, but in the 7th it belonged unto you. Say, yes, shall work 6 days, but in the 7th, no, that one belongs to me. So right now he's about to take the lid of the earth and walk the earth, and the sealed, it is on the Shabbat. 6 days he walked. On the 7th day he's consummate every work of him. Now the seal is going on, the Shabbat, his name and his seal, the Shabbat. Listen now. And the seal of that simply means the rest of Abba Yahuwah is sealing the people of the book right now. And he cried out with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt. You see, these 4 angels, the 4 winds turned to 4 angels. He said the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea. The earth, it is where you and I dwell. And the sea, it is the children of the unlawful bed. It is the days of Noah. People see, water is called people. Okay? Saying, listen now, 3. Saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees. These are we, the people of the book, till we have sealed the servants of Yahuwah in their foreheads. So what is on our forehead? Go to Revelation, again 14. The name of Yahuwah, Yahushua, is on our forehead. And Proverbs, I think 31 or 30 said, verses 4 said, who can tell the name of the Father and the Son? Can you? What is the name of his son? No, it said, what is the name of his father? And what is the name of his son? If you can tell, it is Yahuwah Yahushua, the seal. The seal, Shabbat. It is the consummation of it all, rest. Now, if this message is still unclear, like unclear TV to you, let's hit hammer on it to make it very broad now. John 6, listen at 39. And this is the Father's will, which hath sent me, that of all which he hath given me, I should lose nothing, but should raise it up again at the last day. 14. And this is the will of him that sent me, that everyone which seeth the Son and believeth on him may have everlasting life, and I will raise him up at the last day. Now we proceed to 40 or 44. No, 44 now. Listen. No man can come unto me except the Father which hath sent me draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day. 1 chapter, we got 3 already. And out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, testimony shall be established. Now 53 now. And Yahushua said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, except ye eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, ye have no life in you. Whosoever eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day. You get that? Let it sink in, okay? Again, John 11:24, I read. And Martha saith unto him, I know that he shall rise again in the resurrection at the last day. You see, resurrection is coming at the last day. Now, Luke chapter 17, 20 to 21. And when he was demanded of the Pharisees, when the kingdom of Yahuwah shall come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of Yahuwah cometh not with observation, neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of Yahuwah is within you. and he's going to raise them up on the last day, and that kingdom is inside of you. So what is that, and which last days? Let's put some more. Genesis 1. Listen on. And Yahweh called, verses 5. And Yahweh called the day light, and Yahweh called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day. Now verses 8. And Yahweh called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. Now verses 13. And the evening and the morning were the third day. Verses 19. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. Verse 23 now. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. Now verses 31. Genesis 1:31. And Yahweh saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. Genesis chapter 2 verses 1. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them, and on the seventh day Yahuwah ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made, and he blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which Yahuwah which Yahuwah created and made. So which one is the last day? It is the Shabbat. The last day. So I'm going to raise you up the last day, and the last day, and the last day, and the last day, and the last day. And where is the last day? On the Shabbat. That is where the glorified body is. Still on Clear TV to you. All right now. Now, when you see where we are coming from, Genesis 1, from day 1 to day 6, they all carry night. Which day did not carry night? Only Shabbat. It's only day. There was no evening and morning, the Shabbat. Sometimes I don't count from, because Shabbat only has 12 hours. The day, no night hour. From day 1 to day 6, there were evening, there were morning, there were evening, there were morning, there were evening, there were night. Only the day. Listen now. Revelation 21:25. And the gates, which is the four corner of the earth, okay? You can read it all. 3 gates at the east, west, south, north. And the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night there. No more night, because there is no night on Shabbat. On the 7th, it is the perfection. No night there. Every other says that the authority of men carries darkness. Who is the darkness? Yahushua said, the power of darkness, it is the death. Okay? The power of, they said, now is the hour of darkness when death reigns. Now is the, when you go to Genesis 1, who are the darkness? It is the folly deity. Said Yahushua said again, man hates light because of the because light is going to expose their evil deeds in the darkness. So that is why men hate light. Light is to expose the deeds of darkness. So that is why Shabbat is needs to swallow every night power. No more night. It is there eternal. Did you get that? It is there eternal. This is the glory of Shabbat. It navigates you into the end of it all. It navigates you into where Yahweh is going to set up his kingdom without darkness here on earth. That he brought, it is the symbol. It is a line drawn and said, this is how you go. Then it will get you there. That is the nature of Shabbat. Now, Romans 8:11. But if the spirit of him that raised up Yahushua from the dead dwell in you, he that raised up Yahushua from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by his spirit that dwelleth in you. So when is he going to raise you up also? On the Shabbat, because Yahushua raised on the Shabbat. You can see Daniel 9:24-27. He was cut off in the midst of the way, which is Wednesday, and he resurrected on the Shabbat. That is what we are unveiling over here. You also is going to get that glorified body and resurrection on the Shabbat, the 7th. This is the glory of Shabbat. Okay. Exodus 31. Verses 13. Speak thou also unto the children of Israel, saying, verily my Shabbats ye shall keep, for it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations, that he may know that I am Yahuwah that doeth sanctify thee. Ye shall keep the Shabbat, therefore, for it is holy unto you. Every one that defileth it shall surely be put to death. When did the death occur? First day of the week. Death fell from glory, and that marks the beginning of time. and that is working time, no rest. For whosoever doeth any work therein, that soul shall be cut off from among his people. 6 days may work be done, but in the seventh it is the Shabbat of rest, holy to Yahuwah. Whosoever doeth any work in the Shabbat day, he shall surely be put to death. That is the third time. Wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Shabbat, to observe the Shabbat throughout their generations for a perpetual covenant. For a perpetual covenant. For it is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever. For in 6 days Yahuwah made heaven and earth, and on the 7th day he rested and was refreshed. What is refreshed? To give you a glorified body. So this is the sign in it. Navigation. Navigation. To navigate you into eternity. Now Isaiah chapter 56 verses 1 to 8. Abba Yahuwah said, if you lay hold on the covenant of Shabbat, he is bringing you into his house. And Apostle 13, 42 to 44, we see the Gentiles of those days lay hold on the covenant of Shabbat and speak to Apostle Shaul, the one you call Paul, please come the next Shabbat and preach this good news to us. He said the next Shabbat, the whole city of Gentiles, we have finished. They came to listen. Luke chapter 4 verse 16, it said it is the custom of Yahushua to keep the Shabbat. Okay, Acts of Apostle chapter 17 verses 2, it said it is the custom of Apostle Shaul. He entered into the synagogue and taught the people on first Shabbat. So Shabbat, this is the covenant of Shabbat. So the Gentile of those days knew how significant and powerful it is. They lay hold on it. And Yahushua, he said it is perpetual. No, it is perpetual. Why is it perpetual? To give you a glorified body and to refresh you, to cleanse you up from every pollution. It is on the Shabbat. Numbers, I think, 19 also make it so clear. The 7th, you must cleanse in the 3rd day and in the 7th day. The 7th, he said, the one that cleansed on the 3rd day, and you did not cleanse on the 7th day, he said, therefore your sin is going to be upon your head. He said, you will cleanse on the 3rd day, and the 7th day, that is where your cleansing now consummated. Let me be sure. Yes, Numbers chapter 19, verses 12. Listen now. He shall purify himself with it. He said, anybody that touch dead body, we all touch dead body. Sempet is the dead body. From 11 and 12 I read, he shall purify himself with it on the 3rd day, and on the 7th day he shall be cleansed. But if he purify not himself the 3rd day, then the 7th day he shall not be clean. You will be on your filthiness. Family, check me out now in the glory of Shabbat. A glorified body is almost here for me. You see what it is now. So we all touch dead body. The serpent is the dead person he's talking about there, and we all ate of his food, and he genetically modified us with his wickedness. So that's how we touched. So we are unclean. Cleanse on the 3rd day and finish the cleansing on the 7th day.